get a good swing. The other is lower, ending in a messy, painful death. It is harder for the executioner to maintain control with so long a swing. This block is the king's last strand of mercy for the woman he claimed to love. Claimed, and did not. He knew nothing of me. I was a fantasy, a flower plucked and held in his hand. He did not see I was dying, clasped between his cold, old fingertips. Hades had claimed me. Spring could not bloom in winter's hand. I have been granted the better block, a concession, so I might not suffer too greatly, but not a concession as merciful as the one she, Anne, was granted. Not for me the sword, no elegant death to mark the close of an elegant life. Common tools suffice for me. I will face the axe, but the king will not force me to make my end upon a burning stake or butcher's block. I will die clean, or as clean as the executioner can manage with his clumsy tool. I have not much faith, but others always said I was light of that virtue. I remember Cromwell, Margaret of Salisbury. They died by axe. They did not die clean. I think this is done on purpose, this method. The king pretends mercy he does not feel. He grants me a good block, will not burn me to death, but he wants death to hurt. He was tired of Anne, wanted her gone, but in his own strange way he loved her to the day of her death, and beyond. He does not love me. I stole away his dreams, brought him sorrow in the midst of joy. He suffered, so I will. And not only pain, but shame. The axe is his reminder that I am not as good as her. This tells me the husband I shared with my cousin knew she was innocent. Does it matter that I am too? I am to die for a thought. But what man has not thought once of the death of his king, of something that might be treason if spoken aloud? Our minds are no more safe. The king will have mastery over all, brain, body, and soul. I try not to think. Thinking is never good. Too many thoughts, too many memories, too many reasons to feel sad and shamed. I feel Anne nudge me gently, and the empty place falls, a shell upon me, armour shielding me from terror. I can do what must be done. Blankly I walk to the block and kneel, setting my neck against polished wood worn smooth by those who lingered, like me, on the cusp of life and death. My delicate cheek brushes the surface. My hands touch its sides, trembling as they run up and down, becoming familiar with its curves and edges. On the morrow, when I meet death, I will be prepared. I will not stumble. I will die as she did, dignified and proud. I will die better than I lived. Behind me, I hear women crying. But I do not weep. I stand, brush down my dress and go to the wall. I turn and walk to the block again. I kneel. I place my head. Over and over I do this, my face set, lips pursed as I concentrate. In life I was a dancer. Dancing is about repetition, performing steps again and again until they become habit, nature, as easy as breathing. This is what I do. I practice. I perfect. Tomorrow I will set myself into the steps of my final dance. I will find peace, as I always did when dancing. On the final turn, I place my head on the block, and something shatters. The empty place, holding back terror and sorrow, splinters, a twisting fracture snaking up ice. Tears come. I weep quietly. Not because I am to die. In many ways I welcome that last great blackness. I cry for another reason. All my life I sought but one thing: to be loved.